So that's the newly released Lishan i8, and I'll start from the top here. So it has some radar sensors up there, and I think two cameras up there for the rain sensing functions. And if you can see from the video, it has a very slanted windshield, so it's going to help with aerodynamics. And then we come to the bonnet area, and you can see it's all very low, very comfortable height for me, especially for cleaning. And signature Lishan, you have an orange indicator here, and you have the daytime running light running all across. And then you come down to the bonnet, and you get the logo, and just below the logo there's a camera here and a sensor down there, and you have the grill there which will open up for airflow. You get your sensors, proximity sensors, and you got your headlamps in there. You got a fog light down there, and then you got your blue illumination there to indicate autonomous driving. So let me just step back a little bit so we can see what the front looks like. And if I go on to the left hand side, we have Michelin e-Primacy 2 tires, in what size? In 265 45 rim 21, as you can see down here. And it has this very nice rim here. The design is beautiful. So it's got the alloy and then some plastics that can be taken off. And then on the side we have a camera here, a camera there, and another camera here. Something not surprising with all Chinese cars. And then you have NFC entry here as well, as you stand with most Chinese electric cars now. So if I just step back, we can see the full length of the car. It looks beautiful, and it's got soft closed doors. So if I just open the door and shut it, it's gonna suck it in, looking nice. And then here you have a rear view mirror, a very conventional rear view mirror with your conventional blind spot monitor indicator right there. So let's go around the car before we come to the interior. So if you look at this two color design, so the top is black and the bottom is white, to reduce, that helps to reduce the bulkiness, the look of the car, not make it look too bulky. And in the rear it's the same 265 45 rim 21 tires. And if we come up here, we have you press to open for your fast and slow charging, and to get it back in you can press this, or you can just push it and it goes back in. And I like how the roof line is, it's kind of like the Mega over there, but it slopes down as you get to the rear. It slopes a bit more aggressively than the Mega, which I've reviewed on my channel. And we go on to the side, you have the rear lights, which are also kind of like a light bar. It breaks off here, continues all through the middle, and then breaks off here, and then on the side again. And you get your blue illumination here again. And if I step back, this is what you're seeing. This car comes with air suspension, so you can increase the suspension and the height of the car as you wish. You get a camera here for reversing. You get another camera here for safety. And then there's a brake light bar all the way from the left. It breaks off in the middle for the cameras, and it continues all the way to the right. And the window is quite small. We'll only see how useful it is when we get in there. You get your badge in here, and to open it, just gonna press that and it opens. The car looks wide, but once everything is open, it's not that wide. And if we look at the inside of the boot lid, it's plastic, but you got a lock button for the boot lid, and you also got a button for shutting it electronically. And if we look in the boot, with all the 6 seats up, there isn't that much space left, but for a regular normal family trip is fine. So the air suspension has just been engaged. If you look carefully, a second ago the car was being lifted up, and let's see what's beneath the false floor. So there's this flat extra storage here. It's not too wide, but it's doable. And then over here you get a 12-volt socket for hoovering the dirt in the car and connecting other devices. And also you have lighting here for the boot, one here and one on the left as well. And you've got some tie down hooks here, very, very tactile, all made of some very nice aluminum. And then you have your buttons for pushing down the third row seat and lifting and reducing the car with the air suspension. And you got some hooks here, cutouts, hooks here, which is really nice. So that is it for the boot. So I'm just gonna move on to the other side, and the right side is basically going to be the same as the left side of the car. Maybe the lighting is better here with the boot open. This is what it looks like. It looks kind of sleek. I think it looks better than the Mega right there, but the Mega is for other purposes. So if it's for a regular family, I think this one is compact enough, although it's quite long. So yes, that's the exterior for the Mega. Now I'm going to go into the interior, work my way in from the back to the front. So in the second row seat, this is the configuration of the door. It has real door handles and it has a button for increasing. So it's quiet, and then when you press it goes down really nicely. And you also have this one sunshade, which is manual. It's not electronic, but I mean it's not a $1 million car, so to even have this is awesome. And if it's sunny, you just pull it up, and if you don't want it, you just drag it down. I don't think anyone will be too lazy to complain about this. And if we look inside, the middle row seats have their controls here as well for reclining, and this is the one you press. As you can see, the massage kicks in. If you look carefully, you will see the massage doing its thing there, and if I just press it again, it stops working. So that's a quick button for the massage function. And as you can see, there's an airbag on the side of the middle row seat as well, and it's quite an easy climb. And even if it's high, because of the air suspension, you can easily raise it or reduce the height so people can get in quickly. And the lip here is not too wide, and so just by lifting your leg you can place it in there. And the support here is not too high, so that's going to make it easy for people to just slide in and sit in the seat. So let me just move this back for my long legs. And as you can see, the floor is completely flat, so it's going to be convenient for passengers. And if I sit in, let me start from here. So here we have a table for the passenger right behind the driver's seat. There are some other cars, 6-seaters, that don't have this table behind the driver's seat. A lot of them have it for the passenger seat, behind the passenger seat, but not the driver's. But this one has it, so that's nice. And it also has extra storage, extra pocket in the rear of the driver's seat. And also on the right hand side, like I said, there is another table. So that is a complete package. And before I go to the screen, let me just stay down here. So you have a fridge here, just like on almost all Lishan cars. So to open it up, you just press the eject button, and it can fit in bottles and drinks and ice cream or whatever you want to keep cool. And then to close it, you just push it back. And then you have a screen here for controlling heated seats, cool seats, temperature, airflow, and all that kind of stuff for the rear passengers. And integrated here intelligently is the Type C. So you have 67 watts on the left, 67 watts on the right. That's really, really fast charger. And if you look in the middle here, we have some storage for maybe your phone or some other items. And then you have another Type C charging port here, and the same thing on the other seat. And you got ISOFIX anchor points on the middle seats as well. So parents are going to be happy with this. And if you look up here, there's a nice roof all the way to the back, and it also has this sliding shade here which you can use to cover it. So that's really nice. Let's look at the third row seat. So the third row seat is in this two seat configuration, and these are full seats, and an adult will fit in here perfectly. So I'm in the third row seat, and if you look at me, sorry, this is not going to look professional, but if you look at me, I feel like I have enough space and I'm comfortable here. And if you look at my feet, I still have enough space, and there's enough space under the seat so I can actually stretch my feet under the seat. And on the left hand side I have this hand rest here, and I have a cup holder here and an extra storage. And you also have this button for reclining the seat, so I can recline a bit further and I can lift it up. It's working. And another type C charging port here, and it has got heated seats on the rear as well, so that's all really nice. And if you look in the opposite seat, that's the same thing you're gonna see here, and it's got lighting here as well, so it's not gonna feel claustrophobic for people who have that problem. And it's got huge windows, although you can't open. It's gonna bring in a lot of lighting, and it's not gonna make you feel like you are cramped here in the back. So, and then interestingly, the third row seat also has isofix anchor point, so everything is being given you in this car. There isn't much to complain about. You got like this tone, 3-tone, so you got black plastic here, you got some gray in upper leather, and then you have cream. And because the colors are bright, it's not going to feel claustrophobic. And I said I was going to talk about the screen. So just like on almost all Lishan cars, you have this floating screen on the top in the roof, and right beside it you will see some speaker grills, and it's a very wide screen as well. Sit on the back here, the headrest is not intrusive. The camera is just in my line of sight, and so you can see what a third row seat passenger will see very, very clearly here as well. And it's got this airplane style seat, so when you're sat in the middle seat, you're gonna feel like you're sitting in the sofa. So yes, this is the view from the third row seat, and I think this car has been done really nicely. It's not as huge as the other ones, but the space just makes sense. You got your air vents for the third row seat conveniently placed up here, and you can angle it perfectly, so you'll feel comfortable wherever you sit in this car. Okay, so let me take a look at the front seat. So the front area, let's look at the door. The door has very nice configuration. It's got a speaker grill here, and it's got this very nice tactile door handle. I'm happy it's not one of those press electronic ones. And then down here you have the buttons for controlling the windows, and then your driving mirrors. And if you go down here, you have a speaker grill, and then you have some bottle or cup holders down there, and it's all got some soft material, nappa leather all around. And the doors go all the way down, as you can see here, and it's got some nice rubber seals, so it's going to prevent the elements from coming in, and at the same time prevent your pants or dresses from getting soiled when the weather is bad out. And to get in the drivers, let's look at it. So it's got some controls here for adjusting the seat, lumbar support, and all that kind of stuff, and they respond relatively fast as well, as you can see from here. That's nice, and the motor is not noisy, it's very quiet, so that's nice. I like the very neat, clean design with some very nice plastics here, all done really nicely. And the seat design is also very good. You got these very soft pillows here for the comfort of your neck, and it's got some very nice side support, and it's got airbags here as well in the seats, so it's gonna be very safe. And you also got these air vents, which are not manual anymore. You have to control the flow from the screen. So let me just move this seat back and sit in the driver's seat. Of course, it's perforated, and so it's heated and cooled as well. Before I get in there, let me just show you the storage space down here. So as you can see, there's a humongous space there for extra storage. And if I just sit in the driver's seat, this is what I'm seeing. So I'll start from the top here. It's got some hazard light button and touch sensitive. Oh, very nice. Oh, okay, so it's in 2 stages, so 2 light LEDs here, 2 there, and when you hit it, one turns off, and you hit it again, and the other one. That's to control the brightness. And then you got a camera here, you can open and close it. That is for monitoring what's in the car. And if we look at a sun visor, so it's got a regular style sun visor, and I like this plastic slide, so you just slide it to make way for this vanity mirror, and then you just slide to close it. All looking very nice and simple. And then in the steering wheel, it has a very smallish steering wheel. I think it just fits this car very well. And up here you have an indication right here. This is the previous cars are all hybrid, but this is the first electric one they have. So it tells you your range and your state of charge. WLTC, that's your estimated range, and then you get your drive modes here. So it tells you if you're in park or drive or reverse, and then you can slide it up to see extra information. And if we go down here, you get your stock here for your turn signals, and it also doubles as a stock for your wipers. And then on the right you get a stock for your gear changes, and you just press there for park. And it's a traditional Lishan steering wheel with all the bells and whistles, all the controls right at your fingertip, and it's round on the top and only slightly flattened on the bottom. It's not different from the regular steering wheel that they've been producing for a while. And then up here you have a speaker here that would give you the driver commands. So this speaker is a regular one, but it also gives instructions directly to the driver, so it doesn't bother others. And you can see it has, of course, HUD, very detailed, very crisp as well. You can't see it clearly on the camera, but I can. And then we look at the rear view mirror. You look in the rear view mirror, you'll see that one of the cameras in the back is serving that purpose as well. So very clear. And then we come to some storage. So in the storage area we get some cup holders. These are way back for the rear passengers, the middle row seat. And then in the middle we've got some extra storage here, all lined with felt. Although it's not very deep, it's quite wide, so you can put like stuff there. When you don't need them, you just press to shut it. And then here you have the cup holders for the driver and the front passenger. You get an area here for storing your keys, cards and things like that. And you got very fast wireless charging. There isn't information on it yet, but I tried my phone earlier and it's charging at advanced speed, so it's definitely about 60 watts. And it's good that they have two. And then you have your airflow here for the passenger. And as you can see, the front seat can be moved forward, and the rear passenger is actually relaxing with his feet quite wide, stretched out. So that's nice. And I like that the glove box is not one of those electronic ones. You just pull it manually and it opens. And then it's lined with very thick felt, so things will not rattle about and be annoying. And we come to this split side screen. So you have very crisp screen. Is this one complete bar, but divided in two parts. And so you have entertainment for the front passenger, and you get information here for the driver. So as you can see, it's got lots of information. So you can press this to go home. You can press this to see, even in the showroom, the 360 view camera is very crisp. And then you press this one for priority for navigation. You press that one for car information. You press this for all kinds of settings. And I believe the language can be switched into English, as with all Lishan cars. But even if it is in a local language or in Chinese, it's got very nice symbols here that will make it easy for you to navigate. But of course you can switch into English. And then we go here and you have your downloaded apps or preloaded apps, and that's a lot of apps. You can do a lot on this screen, so you can press that to go back to the full screen. And then on the other side you have the passenger screen, so the passenger can be entertained while the car is in motion. As you can see, it's not just some crappy screen, it's very high quality screen, so you can watch something on the screen. So for copyright reasons these days, let me stop that. But you have movie sites, you have music, all these are local music sites and movie sites as well. And I believe you can connect USBs and have extra. And let's look at the dash. So the dash is this layered design. So up here you have a dark gray sort of design, which you're probably never going to reach out unless you're cleaning the car, because it's way far back. And then because the windshield is kind of recessed, it goes all the way forward. And then the parts that you will touch often if there's a need to, is this part, which is very soft touch in this kind of nice light coffee material. And then as you go down, you have this beige design. So there's a speaker grill here as well, and there is a screen here, I'm told, which will indicate for turning, and just like you have on the VW IDs. So overall, the front of this car looks nice. And up here you have the sunroof here, which can be shut with these blinds electronically. I'm really liking the screen. It looks very, and when I sit here, as someone who is 180 centimeters tall, as you can see, I have so much space here that I don't need to worry about space or complain about space. And to shut the door, it's very nice that where they have the ambient lighting in here, and to shut the door is the same area, so there's no dedicated handle to shut the door. You can do it from here. You put your hand in there and you just pull it and shut it. There is also another camera here for, I've seen many cars with this car is new release, so there's not much information. They can't tell me a lot of information, but when you look here, there is a camera, and I know in many cars it's a camera that serves as a video conferencing and things like that. So when you're calling someone whilst you're driving, you don't have to be looking at your phone. The person can be seeing you here, and probably you see the person on the screen as well. So that's a nice touch. Alright guys, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to support the channel to grow. So till I see you in the next video guys, ride legal, ride safe always. Peace, and I'm out.